Cool. So stream, this is Woody, guys. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. And if you guys could say something, make sure they hear you too.
What's up?
G'day, guys.
All right. Here we are warming up. So, Wings, you got it. It was just the regular PS3 controller. It wasn't your Super Pimp Xbox 3 thing.
I think he's getting some. I think he's getting something to drink.
That PS3 controller he has is nuts.
It looks good, doesn't it?
I'd kill for that because it's with the analog.
I don't think you have to kill for it. You just give money and you get it.
I prefer killing.
Yeah, you played too much Medal of Honor, my friend. There are other ways to get stuff.
Exactly.
So, Kyle, did you see Hutch's video, like the State of the Community vid?
You talking about these recent one, State of Community?
Yeah.
I saw his, and I saw your response. I even checked out Fisticuffs. Response apparently is going to release something today or tomorrow. Or, I don't know. I'm not going to bother with it, but yeah, some interesting responses so far.
I'm sure Fisticuffs has the whole community on the edge of their seat waiting for his video.
Yeah, there's a wet spot next to Wings because he's dripping with sarcasm. It's.
I went and got me some water, and I thought of a more eloquent way to explain this controller situation. All right, I've been playing with the Xbox controller for about 7 months now, and I've gotten used to it. And the Xbox has the bigger dead zone, so I'm used to compensating for that dead zone. All right, the PS3 controller is about a year and a half old. And it's got wear on the sticks, but not as much as the Xbox. The new PS3 controller is tight as shit, like a virgin locked up for prom night.
Oh, god damn it!
Really? Seriously, Kyle took offense to that? Kyle, FPS Kyle. All right, keep going.
And it's a matter of harmony. You know as much as I do. FPS games are about harmony. It's not so much as knowing how to put it there, but you kind of do everything naturally. When you aim at somebody, you do it naturally. You know to push the stick this far, and it'll go that far. And I think that's where I'm at right now. I'm undershooting people with the new controller because I'm at a mix between the old Xbox controller and where my PS3 is my old PS3 controller is currently at, and the new controller is somewhere in between. I got to get adjusted to it.
So, hey, did you guys? So that the gameplay that I put on that Hutch video, I was actually pretty proud of that game. The team we played was good. They were drop shotting all game. They had tac inserts, and they knew how to get bombs and when to get them and stuff like that. They actually beat us one game, and in that one, I felt like I did a lot to get the win on a team that's hard to lead. And everyone's hating on me for my aim. Do you find that TAR just kind of does that? Like the way it has that random recoil, sometimes when I compensate for it, it gets even worse.
You have a left and right recoil on the TAR, so you can't compensate for it. You just got to fire it and let it go. Fire it and let it go.
Oh, burst fire it?
Yeah, I usually shoot in 3 or 4 round bursts and just let it go. Or just
I find that with the silencer, while it's pretty effective because you don't have the muzzle flash, getting in the way. With FMJ, like it seems to have less recoil. That's just I don't know. It seems like that.
Maybe I should test it. But yeah, everyone was hating on my aim, and it's like I don't think you hate on my aim, but you probably use the ACR every game.
It went 50 and 20 or something like that. I mean, it's not like you had a bad game.
Yeah, I had like just over a 2 KD. It wasn't like it was embarrassing against a strong team, and I don't know. Maybe I just need to post up 35s and 1s against noobs all the time.
Well, like I said, everybody thinks they can drive, and everybody thinks they're the best at Call of Duty. You know?
Yeah.
And Woody, you'll go 30-0 and they'll still be on something.
Yeah, they'll bitch about something. Oh, you didn't move around enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true too.
Why would you sit there with all those people coming after you? You know you're not giving them an advantage.
I know. Yeah. I want to see someone win a free-for-all by only walking backwards. Bring it. There's my challenge.
That seems hard.
Quick question. Realize, the word realize, that does not have a Z in it, does it?
No.
It's like R-E-A-L-I-S-E.
Yeah, it does.
No, it's a Z.
I'm seeing it spelled two different ways in the dictionary here. That's why I'm wondering.
I've always used the Z version. I'm on dictionary.
Kyle, that's because of me representing British English, mate. Spell it with an S.
Why are you people, you English, always thinking you know how to speak English? God damn
Jeff,
it.
Yeah,
your mic is digitized and really bad. Anything you can do?
I can check it. Is it coming through on the stream?
I'm sure it's coming through on the stream. Bleep, bloop, blip, mic. Choppy, yes, bad.
Choppy.
Yeah. It's like it's called audio clipping, when that digital conversion happens badly.
Right. So, I don't know. I'll have to pick my Skype.
What?
Should be cool. The Skype settings work. God, let me just check it.
Are you guys finding it like not even... Can you understand him, Kyle?
No.
Very little. That's why I always work with the best. You get a nice sound card, a nice headset, and you don't have these problems.
Nice wings.
I do. That sucks, man.
Are you uploading something?
No, negative. I wouldn't do that.
Is your wife on Netflix? I get that problem sometimes.
No, she's not. I've got
you still haven't installed the second line yet, Woody?
No, I'm thinking about it actually. The channel's doing so well, it starts to make sense. I need to give it some thought and see what they sell too.
It's only double the money. I mean, basically, like my internet provider is like $40. I get another line for another $40.
Huh.
It's a good investment in my book.
Another thing I'd consider is I wish I could get a big line. I have 15x2, which isn't bad, but
I'd fight for somebody. I'd fight for a line like that,
dude. Jeff, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just trying to work it out.
What are your upload and download?
Right now, I'm downloading a 91 and uploading an 1819. That's with a DOCSIS 3 modem.
Yeah. Are you getting this? He has 91 download and 18 upload. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I have an 18 millisecond ping, which is shit.
So 18?
18, 1.8, yeah.
That's not. No, that's
not
twice
shit.
as bad. That's one of the best I've found.
I'm expecting at least 10.
Oh, you've got 90? I've got 8.
You have 8 ping?
90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine ranges between 30 and 80.
Oh, that's rough. I mean, my download upload is pretty bad, but my ping is like 8 milliseconds.
I said anywhere between 60 to 90.
If you have a 1 meg upload and a 10 millisecond ping, then you're laughing. That's perfect.
Yeah,
I got a 0.28 upload.
Yeah. How's the quality now, guys?
I don't know. Count the 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You got spikes in it, but it's better than it was.
Yeah, it improved. It's not as good as Kyler Wings.
Yeah, so what I did is I just lowered the microphone volume that Skype's trying to auto-adjust. I just upgraded Skype to that new version.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bit strange.
I get rid of auto-adjust.
Yeah, so I turned that off and it seems okay, cool.
And people wonder why I care.
So we're not going to get JD?
Right, so I'll give you guys some feedback about this. I am like the phone king, as you know, Woody, in trying to get people to talk. And I rang Treyarch and said some things about what we want to do. They put me through to another guy in Treyarch, said some things again, and he said, you need to call this person at Activision Blizzard. So I called Activision Blizzard, went through the entire hold procedure, then started to change my story on why I need to talk to someone in marketing, or JD specifically. And they said that they would call me back, and I said, fine, here's my number, here's another number, do whatever you need to do. And then every hour on the hour, I kept on ringing that same phone number just to see if they were there. And they haven't been. Today I called them up again and said, I really need to speak to JD. There's something critical going on with Black Ops. I just tried to get through to him. I just tried, but I couldn't. So I'm going to keep trying. Hopefully I can get him for you guys later.
I would have took a regular coder. You got to be JD.
I'm trying to get a coder too. Actually, sometimes I do these like career things and such. I'm not far from where they write Gears of War, and I thought, if I could just get a regular coder to talk about what it's like and to program a big time FPS and how he got his break in the industry and stuff. I think that make for a good topic.
If you want, I can use the contacts from trying to hand Activision, and I can see if I can get you guys on for a subsequent week. I should be going to be busy though.
Oh man, you just went to hell.
Yeah, that mic is not.
Damn it! All right.
You got another mic laying around the house?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to get another one.
You got a Radio Shack 15 minutes from you?
I'm going to get another one. Hang on.
Maybe a trash can.
All I heard was, "Croaky, that's a big crock."
Kyle. I think I do this weekly series on Machinima where I do like Woody's Words of Wisdom. I do like short little game tips, not full gameplay, but just little advice pieces. And the one I have going up this weekend, I think, is extra good. I hope that it's well received.
Why do people always want me to do something cool for my 100th videos?
All right, how about this one?
That wasn't a long enough sample.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No. What could it be? Are these USB mics?
Yeah, the USB mics. I had $100 one plugged in. Now I've got a $15 one.
You're still. I don't think it's a mic problem, because this mic's doing it too. There's something. Your computer's taking up too much resources somewhere.
No, I'm not doing it. Strange. I've got nothing loaded.
Do you have an analog mic or maybe an analog headset that'll plug into the PC?
What's interesting, you're cutting out some years. I'm going to try something.
Am I cutting up for Wings and Kyle?
No.
All right, so it's got to be a bandwidth thing.
I'll try one more thing. Yeah, I'll try one more thing. I'll be back.
They want me to stream bug fights. That would be funny, man. Oh, that's a cool idea.
Animal have peed on your ass going down the front yard. Well, here's a cockroach versus a bevy of ants.
Oh, whoever said streaming bug fights, man, that was a brilliant thought. Just sit there and have them run one after another.
You could. I get just run a screen cap over it. Like,
I don't have anything like that set up.
Having the top left corner filmed in Japan.
You cannot mess with the Japanese when it comes to wacky stuff, man.
Love that one film, that YouTube video that Pyro made, and it's that clip of me doing the impression.
Yeah.
Of the
like best 5 seconds of your life.
That was awesome. I listened to that like 10 times.
Pyro's kind of fell out of the community.
I think he got a girlfriend. So I don't think it's like a real loss. I think it's, the other half of his life jumped up.
I was talking more around the fact that everybody kind of pushed herself away from him.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I know. I deleted him because he kept calling me like in the middle of the night when I'm trying to sleep. He's like, what do you want? He's like, nothing.
That's funny. No, yeah. So he has. Is he still dating that girl?
I don't know. I unsubscribed from him.
Hey, so Wings, you mentioned in your last video that you don't have a girlfriend anymore. Given that you did that, now it's fair game topic.
About what?
What happened?
YouTube.
YouTube happened? Sorry, honey.
I mean-
I can't pay attention to you. I'm busy uploading.
Yeah, something along that lines.
Nice. So most people would prioritize the booty.
See, if you
I'm
find a
overweight.
girl that knows her place, it's not an issue.
Yeah, I got to find a girl that knows that where the kitchen's at, and when the door's closed, not to talk to me.
All right.
How about the quality now?
It sounds better,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
but we should give it about 2 minutes see if it breaks up again.
No,
Yes.
I found some prick leeching my wireless bandwidth.
Really?
Yeah, because I recently opened it up to test a problem with my phone, and I had a few connections on there, so I just got rid of them.
Man, dude, if I lived near you, I'd totally leech your bandwidth. You've like 100 meg down. I'd be all over that.
You got a guy parked out in the front of the street with a Toyota Tercel.
Yeah.
Download this port.
Who is this guy that lives in his pickup truck? Dude, the bandwidth here is awesome. I can't
Yeah,
move.
he resells it for a profit, the prick.
I've always said that if my internet ever goes down, I'm getting in the truck with my laptop. I'm going over to Rosehaven. I'll find somebody without the password on their shit.
Yeah, I used to have people leech off my bandwidth, and I didn't care. I had this idea. I was like, it's like stealing my porch light. Whatever. It's just out there. It's not like I don't have more of it instantly later. It was no problem. And then I started gaming hardcore, and I'm like knocking on my neighbor's door. Look, this has got to stop. You can't do this anymore. And then I had to lock it down. So, oh well.
So you confronted them about stealing your connection, and they still kept doing it?
You know what they did? So it was their kid stealing the connection. And they're like, yeah, we know that he does it. We've told him to stop. He won't. Can't you just secure it? And in my head, I'm thinking, dude.
Can't you secure your child?
Exactly. Trust me, my kids don't need you to secure them down. But, okay, that's the way I'll go. It was nice having it unsecured because, like, every time you buy a wireless printer or somebody comes over or you have, like, a new cell phone or something, you don't have to set it up. But, now it's locked down. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's with your computer background, I would have done something horrible to the kid's computer.
I thought about that. There are things you can do, like set up a proxy server that impacts him and make every image blurry or turn them all upside down or something like that. And he's surfing the web not knowing what the heck happened. But that would be funny, but I didn't do it.
I want all 0.28 of my upload. I ain't letting anybody have any of it.
Oh, yeah, I need all 0.66 of mine.
So you guys can't buy anything better in your area?
No, not unless
See?
I'm going to have them... Oh, God, here we go. Not unless I'm going to have them put in a fiber optic line for me.
What's the holdup, McDuck?
That's $1 million. And they want 2 up, 2 down for $200. I told them to go fuck themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's messed up. So you don't get cable out there?
I got cable. But my cable is 6 download, 0.28 up.
Yeah, you only have to... I don't know. It depends where you live, but metro areas are going to get DOCSIS 3, which is what I've got.
I live in bumfuck nowhere. I can shoot deer off my back porch.
Nice.
See, I'm jealous of Kyle's ability to like throw pumpkin in the air and shoot him, but I also like having 2 megs up. So
Oh.
Yeah, he totally missed that pumpkin.
I meant Russia's ability to shoot pumpkins.
Yeah, that
I
guy.
get them mixed up.
Yeah.
That was a hard shot that was rolling. It was kind of like a hill in front of it.
That was the apple, right?
That was an orange.
Apple.
Is that apple?
Who bites an orange?
It looked like an orange to me.
And when he threw it, it blew up like an apple. It was clearly like oranges don't blow that way.
I was talking about where he missed, and then he did like the what did he do after that? Shot a cigarette in half.
Oh, hey, that reminds me. I was just about to ask that. Kyle, how long's it been since you've had a cigarette?
Like 3 days
25
now, 3
minutes.
days.
Dude, so I'm pretty psyched about this. I think the quality of the podcast is really going to step up as Kyle gets like angry and grouchy and pissed off all the time. If you could get some of that, I just quit smoking rage cooking, we'll be in good shape.
I remember saying I left out.
I've quit before cold turkey, and I only started back up out of spite. So, it's not a big deal for me to quit.
I had a friend that was a smoker, and he's like, quitting smoking is easy. I've done it lots of times.
Well, see, no, but see what I just said. Like I started up out of spite. So like I had quit for a girl, and I completely quit and like didn't need him anymore. And then I broke up with her, and I was like, you know what? Fuck that bitch. I'm gonna smoke one right now. You know, it was one of those deals.
So, is that like the sensitive side of Kyle?
That when you smoked that one right now, it was like, damn, I'm missing all this shit for this long? Was there something like on that?
No, because it's a Marlboro Light, and I hate those. Give me a Marlboro Smooth, or a Red, or like a Camel Burst, or a Camel Wide. That's the good stuff. Even a Newport. I don't care. Stuff, man.
Yeah, I don't really know my stack ranking of cigarettes. You're like, even a Newport. Okay.
I know Newports are the best because I remember they used to charge the most of those in the bathroom in high school.
It's usually like usually white people don't smoke Newports, but I've
I went
always
to
smoked.
predominantly black high school. You never
There
been
you
to
go.
Conway, have
All right.
you?
Yeah. Oh, then that's why there were more. See. I bet a Marlboro Red, with the cowboy on the box. They're like, fuck that shit, yo. I don't want that.
I mean, you never been to Conway. Our national gross product is black people.
That's you said it wrong, but it's still funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that their chief export?
Yeah.
Is that what he's saying?
But I mean, he is gonna monotonize his channel, so don't worry.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I was loving that. He was
I was,
monotonizing his channel. I'm like, oh, he's gonna make
I
it
was glad
boring.
that you caught it. I was thinking like, it means monetize. I wish you'd say it. And then you're like, monetize. I keep mixing them up. Monetize. I was like, all right, he knows.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have trouble saying words sometimes. Like, I knew it was book depository, but I said suppository.
A lot of people do that. I've heard a lot of people do it.
But it makes.
I did the same thing to my teacher in high school. I wouldn't worry about it.
If I do that all the time, I think I'd start working them in just because it's awesome. I'd be like, yeah.
You're losing the hidden gimmick here.
All right, so it's, I guess, 4 minutes, 3 minutes until 10. We'll get started around then. Oh, you know what? I'm going to tweet the podcast.
Tweet. I didn't like the new Twitter. I'm glad they went back to the old design.
Really?
I don't like Twitter at all.
So,
I like the YouTube Twitter.
Yeah, you can just like click the button and do it.
How much time do you reckon you guys spend on Twitter? Like, does it take up a shitload of time? I haven't really used it too much.
10 minutes
45
a day.
seconds a day, maybe.
Oh, really? Yeah.
he doesn't do it much. What's JD's thing? Is it JD_2020?
Yeah, I was about to say, why don't we just Twitter JD? I mean, last time I got him on the podcast,
I'm going
we
to.
got him in the chat room.
I need to get it right, though. It doesn't work unless you do.
Once we get the stream up, all you do is ask about it, and I'm sure you get 400 links.
They're listening to us. The stream is up. You thought you were not being recorded all that time?
No, I didn't.
I'm sorry. I told you, though. Everyone else knew, right?
I knew. Yeah.
It's all good.
So I try the hard way of going through the phone system, and you're going to LoJack me with Twitter, and you'll probably turn up.
So
You can't do anything correct around here.
Yeah.
Too much paperwork.
I did the @JD20 live streaming podcast with a link and asked for a retweet. So if anybody would like to retweet that and fill him with like 5,000 blasts, then that would be cool. So that you say they changed Twitter? I noticed it used to be if I just left the page up, that it would tell me like, hey, there's been 18 new tweets, and then it sort of expands them. It doesn't do that anymore. I miss it. No. Oh, see, I don't think you guys tweet as much as me. Maybe you don't notice the difference.
I do know what you're talking about. I was just having a look because I didn't notice it disappear, actually. But you're right. I can't see it doing that.
Surprised you didn't play Fallout New Vegas, Woody?
You know, I was thinking of live streaming Medal of Honor and going through that whole thing, and I've been giving it a bunch of thought lately.
I'm looking at it this way. Medal of Honor had 3 people at the opening. New Vegas had a line.
I hear you. The thing about New Vegas is that it's like Medal of Honor is going to be what, about 10 hours of gameplay? 5?
About 4.
Somewhere in that. 4. Or that's even better to me. New Vegas, I mean,
About
can't you
400.
spend like, yeah, I was going to say 120. It's something crazy that never ends.
Oh, it ain't 120. You're 15 hours in before you even get in New Vegas.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that to me means that it's not an ideal playthrough game.
Hey, no, you don't want to, like I said, play it for fun.
Well, I get that. But, if we're talking about doing a Let's Play on a YouTube channel, then it needs to be something with some action, with some story.
People eat up a Let's Play, but it'd be like 600-700 parts just for the main storyline.
See, some games have a grind to them, where you just sort of, like Borderlands, for example, I think would make a lousy Let's Play because you can spend 40 minutes just like traveling and working your way around and killing people that are way below your level, and it's just easy grind. So I think that would make Borderlands a bad Let's Play. But, like Modern Warfare 2 single player, that would be a good one. So that's what I think anyway. That's what I like. You know whose Let's Plays were really, really good? Pyro Puncher did some for Sonic the Hedgehog. That was one of the few Let's Plays that I got addicted to. I love that thing.
I tell you what Let's Plays I watch. I watch really old FMV games.
What's FMV?
Full motion video.
Like Dragon's Age and such? Like,
where they had the actors come on and you had on the screen, and when you talk to them, they go into a little thing like, "How you doing, partner? You come on to the convenience store."
Huh.
Where everybody was on a green screen acting, and they made a game out of it.
That'd be kind of neat. Yeah, some guys are just gifted at doing Let's Plays, and they're so funny. Like Next Gen Tactics. I want to call him Spider Pig, but that wasn't his name. Who is he?
Spider Bite?
Spider Bite, yeah, that's it. Spider Bite. He does Let's Plays, and he's like super funny. I hear him trash talking like Zeus or whatever as he beats him down, and he did a good job. So it's about time to start the podcast. It's 10. So you guys ready?
Yeah, hold up. I want to show you guys this. So Woody, I don't think Woody's fully getting the grasp of what I was talking about. There's a link, Woody.
I need to open.
It's in the chat.
Somehow I appear to be chat-tarded.
I'll
Let me,
Did you put it in? Oh, I was looking on Skype. That's my problem. I see it in the chat now.
Just kind of click in the video to understand what kind of games it was. Really, really old games. Back when CDs first came out, they're like, man, we could put movies on this. So they ended up selling these games. They had like 8 CDs to them.
What secrets did we really come across today?
Wow.
Like I watched this entire Let's Play.
I look at this and I'm like, wow, this is old school gaming. And then my second thought was, the graphics beat Minecraft, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, but they didn't
Mario
become
Bros.
multimillionaires.
I don't know, but yeah.
Let me tell you something. Making money is not the... Well, kind of sound like a hater now, but making money is not a bitch. It's not like a milestone for what I consider
wait.
successful.
This sounds like an awesome podcast topic. Do you want to kick it off?
I guess.
All right. No 2 and no 1. You ready?
Yeah.
5, 4, 3.
What's up, everybody? It's Painkiller already. Episode I forgot, but
27.
was it 27? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I didn't want to say it like I'd be sure. Today we have the other guy on Huppet Gaming with us today. We have Sasbenjr. Why don't you say hello, buddy?
G'day, guys. Yeah, thanks for inviting me, everyone on PKA. It's good to be here. What would you like to know?
Fight it. I was like, oh no, it's Stingray.
So for people that
man.
don't know, we hang out with the stream for like whatever 30 minutes or so before we kick it off. And Wings was just going to talk about his views on making money. So let's hear it.
Oh, well, let's go and fill in a little bit more. We were talking about how Minecraft made a few $1 million off of a guy on like a, what is it, $15 game or something. And
Okay.
I look at this in the same aspect of like Lil Wayne. You know, if you market,
Always hating on Lil Wayne.
if you market something right, it will sell. Straight up, like a Pet Rock, Lil Wayne CD, Minecraft, and a lot of Minecraft success came from Seed Anners. To be honest,
Yeah.
straight up, that game would have never went where it would without the Banana Man. They should cut him some money. They should cut him a check. That's in my opinion. What do you guys think about it?
Well, we don't know if they've even done that. Maybe he does have a deal because he was pushing it so much and saying he enjoyed it. So who knows?
Also, it's got me thinking, like, why doesn't Activision cut me a check? Like, I probably sold a couple hundred copies of Fallout New Vegas this week, at least, maybe thousands.
Dude, a check? Yeah, I'd like that. I'm so dumb. I'd settle for an early copy of Black Ops. Hook me up with just make me feel special. Let's work that way.
I would settle that for two. I'm like, here, I'll sell you 1,000 copies. You give me one.
Yeah, it would be a good move. But you were talking about money not being the goal.
No, money's the goal. Money's always the goal.
Maybe I misunderstood.
But money should be a benchmark on how well a product is put out there. Like,
you're saying money's not the way you measure whether a product is good or bad.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I hate Minecraft. I think it's one of the most boring games ever, and I don't care about graphics. You seen what I was just watching, right?
Yeah.
I would play that over Minecraft.
Wings was just giving me a YouTube link to, I'm going to call it like a 1990s horror game with lousy graphics, but he liked watching him play. So yeah, man. I don't know. As far as the money thing, I guess it's not a good way to measure a game, and I especially think that's true in movies, right? A lot of times, huge movies like Transformers go big, but to me, Transformers, like Roger Ebert said it well, the experience of watching Transformers is a lot like the experience of watching children bang pots and pans together. That's not a good movie, even though it was successful from a commercial standpoint.
I would say Roger Ebert's wrong. Transformers is like watching a YouTube montage. You get impressed with the graphics and how all the big robots are moving, but then you realize they took all fucking day and they have a 0.2 KD to get this. Because the movie has no dialogue, has no character development, and you don't really care what fucking happens. You just want to see the robots hit each other.
Nice. Hey, so have we done a podcast since the Black Ops beta got pirated? I don't think so, right? Yeah, man. So,
Woody, as your attorney, I have to warn you that if you mention Black Ops, Activision could come in and shut us down.
So, I have this aspect of me that's kind of self-engineering, right? Like when I see bad behavior in myself, I try to, cut it short. And I don't want to be the kind of guy that hates someone on their own success. But if you had the Black Ops beta early, all the way to my core, I don't like you. We're not friends anymore. I'm so jealous.
Woody climbs the top rope.
I so wish I had that game. I was watching like montages come out, all sorts of gameplay go up online. I wouldn't have uploaded it, but I would have sat there and memorized all the maps. I might have done some, flag capping guides or who knows what. But man, I wish that I had that beta. That would have been cool.
You know what I would have done? I would have made a new channel and named it something stupid like, Minsky Tree Sniper, and then, just accidentally name dropped in my videos.
I could have downloaded it. I didn't want to, honestly. I figured the full game would be leaked.
There's still a lot of Black Ops stuff out on YouTube, but people have just called it something else, like shooting people and White Farm and things like that.
I've seen one called Makeup Kit.
Yeah, I've seen it. So first of all, the wrong people got the Black Ops beta. I swear. Were they holding the camera in their laps and pointing at their TV? Somebody with a PVR, get me some Black Ops footage. And I did eventually see a little, but it wasn't like good. Like the top YouTube guys would have had, good video quality, and they would have had, some commentary that goes over it, maybe some lessons learned, the kinds of things you expect from a YouTube channel. These were just jokers pointing cameras from their lap at the screen. And it was bouncing all over. And it's like, man.
Those are the people I want to fight when I'm playing Call of Duty.
And Woody, that's an interesting point, mate, because you would think if they were beta testers, they would have, or beta testers for you Americans, you'd have to write down problems, right? So you would think that they would be recording their gameplay so that they don't have to stop playing, write something down, and continue playing. So I don't really know what they were trying to accomplish with handing it out.
What they're trying to accomplish is making us a subpar product.
There's no chance they were real beta testers. Those were guys who either got it on JTags or recovered gamer tags or something like that. And yeah, too bad. But from what you saw of the beta, what did you guys think?
It's called Who the Game.
Yeah. So here, I'll go first. Unless, Kyle, you want to go?
Yeah. I saw a couple of good gameplays. I saw a lot of MP5K gameplay, obviously. And extended mag seems like a popular attachment so far. I saw the AK-74U gameplay, which looked cool. And there's some kind of like assault rifle that is fully automatic and has good iron sights. I'm not sure what that is. And looked good. I like how the weapons operate. They look like they've got Call of Duty 4-esque recoil, maybe a little bit less. And the spawn system appears to have been worked on a bit. I saw a clip where a guy runs into their spawn and goes on about a 10-kill streak like you would in COD 4, and the spawn didn't immediately flip to the other side of the map. Now it moved, but it moved slightly over to his left. All he did was move to the edge of the previous spawn point and aimed at the new spawn point, and then he spawn killed about 3 or 4 more of them, and then he called in dogs and dogs just obliterated them, It looks like a lot of fun to play that game. Graphics are obviously a step up, but I mean, I know a lot of people don't even care about that, but I like the chopper gunner. I like how it works. The only thing I saw that seemed a little bit like maybe you could, I don't know, take advantage of it is the death machine kill streak. I don't know how many kills you need to get the death machine. The death machine is the massive minigun that you can carry around with 500 rounds of ammo.
That's
and that thing is like it's like an insta kill. So I figure you could get that thing and get it in a choke point. Like I was telling Woody, like the long hallway on Skid Row, and you could do some serious damage with something like that. But
yeah, some of those KD guys, like I'm going to see Tabe get that thing down, like you were saying, the equivalent of the Skid Row hallway. If you were to have that death machine, you could just destroy with it.
Yeah, you can take out
you get noob tubed
until someone flanks you and shafts you in the back with a knife.
They don't flank you; they grenade launch you.
Yeah, that too.
You cut the clip right before that happened.
I forgot they removed teleporting.
Oh yeah. So there are a lot of things I saw in the Black Ops footage that I thought was really good. I really liked the way that the guns handled. Like Kyle said, there was a little more recoil. I'm not sure if it took more bullets to kill or if it was just that the recoil made some bullets miss. But you see Modern Warfare 2 play where the guy fires 3 shots and people drop. And I don't think you can get away with that. I think it's going to be more of a spray till they die type thing with the recoil you have. Of course, it's COD, so the way that they moved the controls were tight. The reload seemed slower than I'm used to in Modern Warfare 2, but I could be off on that.
You play with sleight of hand.
Yeah, I do play with sleight of hand all the time now because I use these game battles classes. What was I going to say? Oh, everyone's talking about the knife. Right? There's 2 topics that people are worried about. One is the knife, because clearly guys were getting knives with people behind them, and I don't know if it was lag, and you don't want to judge it too much on 2 or 3 kills you see online. You need more of a sample size, but knife looks like a danger spot. And then, of course, second chance. Is that what it's called? Second chance or last stand? I forget. But everybody instantly knew that this was a terrible, horrible idea, and hopefully they address it.
So I saw some gameplay with Second Chance. I don't know if it was a pro perk, but he had his primary weapon when he got shot. So that's not so good.
He had his primary weapon in the Last Stand?
Yeah, so that's what it looked like. So I recently found it actually through a link on Fisticuffs page. There's some guy who's posted on his blog. Actually, he's posted up all these videos, and one of them that interests me is the M16 play. So he 3-bursted, and it looked like he was on target. He put someone into Second Chance and still had to put a couple more bursts into him that were dead on. So you're right about it taking longer to kill someone, definitely.
So yeah. Any other thoughts on the beta? Guys psyched about it?
Wish I'd been in it.
Yeah, Kyle, you were supposed to be hooked up. You bought that JTAG. You were downloading it.
I could have downloaded the beta, but I was.
You were downloading it. I remember.
I stopped halfway through the download. I was like, you know what, the full game's going to be out here in a few days, and the full game has. I actually know somebody who's got the full game, but they're not. Apparently, they're not willing to give it up yet. we're working on that.
Yeah, I know of that guy too. But you know what? Until you prove you've got the full game, I'm not sure I'm buying it. So
I'll be glad when it leaks, though. I got my JTAG, got my hard drive now. I'm ready to go.
Wings, you've been playing Fallout?
Yeah.
How's that started? I've heard a couple guys, like, loving the opening scene and then not loving the game. How's it been going for you?
I don't even know what day it is. I mean, when I first got the game, I played it 10 hours straight, went to sleep, woke up, picked the controller back up, and played it another 10 hours. And it doesn't have the the attracting feeling that Fallout 3 had. And like Fallout 3 was real easy to get into. This one, not so much. Got a little slower start, but for the most part, it's a Fallout game. I'm loving it to death. I mean, it's got a lot of the weapons are more geared toward modern day weapons now instead of like space age weapons. Sure, Fallout 3 had like the Chinese AK and like the G3 assault rifle, and they were kind of modeled after modern weapons. On this one, you actually have like the M4, and you can put like an ACOG on it and like a laser sight. And I'm really liking that kind of aspect of it.
Is anyone else playing it?
No, I'm not.
It's weird, man. Black Ops has sucked the oxygen out of the room. Call of Duty does it every year, and it's like you hardly notice any other games. Medal of Honor came out, and it's a decent game.
Until you play multiplayer.
Now you getting some multiplayer gameplay? I see you having good games. You don't like it?
Yeah, I get good games, but every good game is like offsetted with 8,000 snipes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally, if you do anything in that game, you're getting hit with a sniper rifle. And it's like, I'm gonna go so far as say 6 to 7 people out of 12 on every team is a sniper on that game.
I think that's fair to say. Jeff's given me some ideas on how to compensate for that. Run the smoke grenades and flank from the side.
Let me give you the best tip ever. Take it out your Xbox and put Fallout 3 in. Or Fallout New Vegas.
So Medal of Honor does have some problems, but I'm not one to bitch too much about a game. But objective raid is just terrible. Sector control has some crazy spawns where if you go offensive with a score chain, you can go all the way up to a cruise missile and end up with a 50-5 game. No problem.
Which game is this? Which
Sector control.
Sector control in Medal of Honor. It has a fairly broken spawn. You can actually look at people and they'll spawn on top of each other and you just keep spraying an LMG and wipe them all out. Whatever. As soon as you get your mortar strike, drop it, and you get your next chain, you will take it all the way up to cruise. No problem. It's they definitely need to fix it. But apparently they are, and they're going to charge people for it, so that's nice of them.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm not sure how much Medal of Honor sold. For something like Call of Duty, I had this higher expectation of patching because it's a $1 billion game. Protect your franchise. If you have a $10 million game and it costs, say, $500,000 to fix it, then I'm a little flexible on that. But if you have a $1 billion game, patch it, man. You don't know how valuable this is to the next year's sales. It's a big deal. You didn't even mention snipers, Jeff. They are dominating the game at this point.
They are, but I think assault and smoke completely counters them, so I don't
it
have concern with them. Yeah, I mean, you just counter snipe them with an assault rifle.
I mean, it doesn't work. I put 3 or 4 shots into a guy and you can see him when he looks up at you and you just bloop, insta kill. It's like,
yeah. So I use smoke and flank generally to take them out, and there's a lot of new spots that you can find on the high areas of the map on the rocks. One thing that the snipers are pretty funny in Medal of Honor is, for whatever reason, everyone wants to perch at the top of the hill, right in the dead center. So all you need to do is look at the peaks, where the best place to be is actually on the side of the hill, like 3/4 up or halfway up, and it's a lot harder to see people. But you just look at the peaks, you counter snipe them with an assault rifle, or put a few shots into them. You might not kill them, and then you run off to another vantage point, and away you go. But the important thing with Medal of Honor is, in combat mission, the forward spawn. People don't understand the forward spawn. So if you have snipers at the back of your base just hanging back there doing dick all, then you're going to spawn on those guys and have to run 150 meters to the objective again. And that just sucks.
How do you even do the... I saw in your video that you could do a forward spawn, and I don't even get that option. It just says, respawn. Is that one of the...
there's two buttons. So you deploy at frontline and deploy at base when you're attacking. So deploy at frontline will, if there's two people, it seems to be two people. If there's two people that are ahead of the objective, that becomes the attack spawn. So the idea is to push the defense past the objective, and then you get a forward line spawn. But the thing is, people get selfish and start going Sandy Ravage, and then they lose that frontline spawn when they die.
How about this? Have you ever played Team Assault?
Yep, quite a lot.
Now, that's the game I play, and all that is one team on one side, one team on the other, all of them with bolt-action rifles.
Baby Buffalo try to get across the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it's like World War I in that game. It's like...
Awesome. It's not snipers. I think they're going to do something with them, but if it was real life, they would be one-shot kill. But at the same time, 50 cal on the leg or something like that would still shock kill someone usually. But what about? They should limit the amount of snipers. They should limit the amount of snipers on the team, so you can only have 3 out of 9, maybe.
I don't know if you've ever used an actual rifle.
Of course.
All right. If I've got a bolt action rifle with a big old scope on it, I'm gonna throw it up there. It's gonna take me longer to find the target than the guy with the that point aim sight on his M16, seeing me post up on a building. In a real life scenario, I'm dead every time.
Right, and they should also incorporate other things like more sway, heavier gun, much slower reload.
Here's what they should do: headshot only. Battle rifles, headshots do not count as one-hit kills. You have to two-shot them anywhere on the body. Game is fixed.
That pretty much worked for Bad Company. And the if the sniper rifle was the only one that had bullet drop, that wouldn't be so bad either. To make it so because I would kind of look at the size of their head and shoot that much above it in Bad Company 2, and that was about right. If that was the case in sorry, I lost my head. In Medal of Honor, then I think you might be able to sprint across an open area without a sniper getting one of those anywhere in your hand kills on you.
Well, one step further, two steps further, windage would be awesome if there was some sort of windage that only affected the snipers in play.
We don't need to change the engine here.
No, but windage would be good. And aiming, if someone's really close to you, in real life, a sniper would have to aim at the belly button for a headshot if they were close. So if they brought that sort of aiming in as well in terms of elevation, that would be quite good as well.
It sounds like it made the game even more boring. The Battlefield 2 got it right.
Not to me. No. Wait, Bad Company 2 had it about right with snipers. I mean, it was
Bad Company 2 had it right with snipers. Even then, the map's so big and everybody wants to snipe.
Yeah. But with Bad Company 2, now there was no sway. So people say that sniping in Bad Company 2 was so much harder than Call of Duty. It didn't seem harder to me, just different. One had sway, one had bullet drop. Tomato. But in Medal of Honor, oh man, that's just easy. Why would you choose anything else? You put it on the guy and he dies. And if you run out through the middle, then someone who does that will kill you. And the objective modes help a little, but...
how about that one objective game we played where everybody sniped, and because we took B first, nobody even tried for it. Everybody sat back and sniped.
I remember that. But I think you'll also agree that that's not every game, right? With the objective, people do tend to move more than Team Assault.
They just need to take snipers out of first-person shooters.
They do. They need to take snipers completely out the game. All it needs to be assault rifles and submachine guns and carbines.
But pistols and shotguns and all that stuff, that's fine. That's stuff that actually that's actually used in urban combat and in the types of battles that we're recreating. But you don't have some asshole running around with a sniper rifle in real life. That shit don't happen. It's just
dude, that you're wrong. You know how? I saw this Russian guy run around with a sniper rifle and did a 360 no scope and he hit his target.
Oh my god!
It happens.
Yeah.
I have video proof. I'll give you a link.
I don't need a link.
Oh man, if people want to snipe in a video game, give them the real life experience. Make them sit on a building adjacent to the building with the hostages in it, and hope somebody actually points out a window one day.
You should give them the other real life experience, which is like set them in the desert with some water and make them wait 2.5 days for the target to arrive, and then shoot. You get one kill, and then you sneak away.
You get one shot. After that, your cover's blown.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't shoot twice. They'll find you. And there's your real life sniper experience. Enjoy it.
Well, I'd rather have snipers completely useless than overpowered. That's just my book.
A real quick fix: just limit the amount of snipers on one team, just to 3.
I've said this.
If you want to be a sniper, you pick the class and it says you're in queue freaking 9, like you're calling an Indian call center. You know?
Yeah, I've said that too. I said to X guy the other day. 1 sniper for every 6 players.
Yeah,
that's a neat idea. I was wondering how that would work, but because if they just said no, it's already taken, I'd be bummed out. But if you did it through the respawn system, that would be actually a pretty good mechanic, I think.
Yeah, if you want to pick the class at the start, it does a random, lucky door prize, and then from there you queue up. So if you pick it, it tells you what queue number you're in, and you have to run another class until that time's up. That'd be really nice.
Yeah, I'd like that too.
Yeah. Don't think it'd be too hard either, but whatever. We're not the game developers.
Yeah, but...
Some Dice could really work because their games are littered with snipers, and their games would be so much fun if they could fucking get people to stop playing that class.
Yeah, I did a review on Medal of Honor that I think I watched my own video a couple of times because I thought I did it, I covered all the points really well. And, it's great. They got the graphics great. The sounds are amazing. I never really paid much attention to audio until Medal of Honor showed me how much big an impact it can have. The graphics are great, the sound is great, the controls are great, the recoil on the guns are great, but either the sniper rifles or the mats just lend themselves to being defensive and camping is so effective in Medal of Honor. It's hard to compete against it.
Now, you know what? I got an idea real quick. If they did that for Call of Duty, these montages would be much more impressive. Because, somebody like Muzza Fuzza or a Moody Swede had to come in and wait their turn to get that 360 no-scope attempt.
So Woody, you're talking about sound. So something really interesting about that is that some people don't realize if you're in a tank, the sound's dynamic. If an RPG guy pops his head out of the corner, the sound will go, "Watch out! There's a fucking RPG," etc. And they say different things. So when you're in a tank and you hear an RPG's out, you reverse course, you hide behind something, you get out of the tank, you do whatever you need to do, and that's pretty cool. That's a first for that sort of game.
That is cool. And the other thing about sound, I'm a little nervous about Black Ops because Treyarch, they screwed up World at War. I mean, the guy had jingle bells on or something. It sounded like they were all over the place, and you could Call of Duty and
they did that on purpose, though, Woody.
I know you reverse engineered this thought that they did it because these guys aren't supposed to be stealth or whatever. I think they just added jingle bells to the character because they thought it would add to the game.
No, why would you take? I've talked to JD before. They did that on purpose.
Really?
Yeah, they did it on purpose because these are soldiers. These are not special forces.
That's craziness.
Why is that craziness? All right, look here, Woody. You have no training in special forces right now. You have no special forces training.
You have no idea how much time I have in these games. I'm an elite special force.
I want you to walk down a boardwalk at the dead of night without making a sound at some kind of drastical speed.
I walk pretty quiet, not gonna lie. I go into stealth mode. I was in Walmart the other night, and I walked up behind some old lady, and she freaked out. She was like, I didn't even hear you there.
Did you have
I'll tell you what. You know how I don't walk? If I were to walk around Target, it wouldn't sound like I had jingle bells attached to my shoulders like I do in World at War. That stuff is crazy. So I wonder how it's going to be in Black Ops. Because when I play World at War, sometimes I'd be like, is there somebody behind me? But it was just poor sound design, where it had your own character making noise as if he was nearby. And in COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2, they did it much, much better. The sound horn was so much more effective.
I don't want Ninja back. I want the dead silence from World at War back. Me personally, I want to be able to counter it on my headset.
Yeah, it was perfect in COD 4.
Yeah,
I mean,
COD 4 was perfect. It wasn't completely silent, and on maps like Downpour, unless you're in a competitive S&D game or something like that, you pretty much can't sound whore on the rainy maps. I know what you're thinking, Kyle, but it was really hard to sound whore in a lot of modes on the rainy maps, and the other maps it kind of worked. COD 4 did it really, really well. And Modern Warfare 2 is not bad either.
I think Woody did forget that these soldiers were sitting in holes for weeks with 50 to 60 pound packs on their thing, wanting to go home. I don't think they were worried about their footsteps.
Fucking video game.
Yeah, man. Here's my tip to my character in Black Ops. Have your canteen either full or empty. None of this jingly stuff. Drink your water.
Hey, are you guys actually going to line up at midnight? Let's forgetting people who are getting it early for various means, various means. But are you guys actually going to buy it? You going to pick it up at midnight? People on the stream, I guess they're going to be midnighters, perhaps.
If I don't get it early, I'll definitely be there at midnight. And I was thinking of tweeting, like, hey, I'll be here, and see if I can meet anyone in real life.
Yeah, you should do one of those tweet video, a video of some sort, tweet vid or whatever it's called.
I could see doing that, putting it up and taking some video and uploading my midnight experience.
I hate midnight releases, but I love getting the game early.
FPS rushers should turn up at a GameStop at midnight with 2 hired security guards and record him pushing into the front of the line.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I have Woody's Gamertag t-shirts made up for the MLG event I went to. I could wear those. That'd be cool.
Oh, man.
You said people walked up to you when you went up to the rally MLG. So
Mm-hmm,
people recognized you and walked up and...
So I had the first day I was there, I was just, dressed like a normal person. And I saw all the, competitive guys with their names on the back of their t-shirts. And I mentioned it to my wife and how cool I thought it was. Like, I was all fanboying out. And she's like, you could do that. I'll hit AC more tonight. And then it became this, family activity where my wife, son, and daughter started making me t-shirts. And I think we were releasing the new look and feel of Huppet that night, too. So I didn't have any involvement in the t-shirt making. But...
You're right, yeah, we decided last minute to do it. That was fun.
Yeah, I got completely impatient and desperately needed the site to be updated right then. And we went at it. And, so anyway, they made me t-shirts. And now I have these, Woody's Gamertag on the back and Huppet on the front. And, yeah, I'm pro.
You should show people the design that your wife made or your daughter made so that other people could replicate it and make their own.
Yeah, the AC Moore sells everything you need. But I don't know. It also made me feel really loved. It was kind of cool. She worked pretty hard on it. And it was just, to make me happy. So I appreciated her for it. All right. Anyone got a topic? You want me to throw one out there?
Yeah, I got one.
All right.
I've been watching Married with Children a lot recently. You guys remember Married with Children?
Oh, yeah, man, that was the best.
I remember Christina Applegate.
She was 16 at the time.
So was I.
She was 12 through 28.
I think she's older than me.
But, man, that show is the best sitcom ever. I mean, literally, they got the wit down.
Yeah, I had a job selling shoes while that show was on air, and it was the show was devoted to insulting shoe salesmen. And
you were selling shoes?
I really was.
Was it women's shoes?
No, it wasn't. There were no women's shoes. It was called Leon's Men's Store, and we sold jeans, shirts, and shoes. And yeah, I did that. It was a terrible, terrible job. There was they picked on me. My other coworkers, they were all older than me, and they weren't very nice. And some of them, I'm 15 years old, and this guy's 50, and he's a mortician and a shoe salesman, 2 jobs, and he's picking on me. The adult me looks at this, and I'm like, what the heck is wrong with you? Who picks on little kids? And I tried so hard to get them to like me. I'd shower them with niceness and be like, hey, Al, how you doing today? And he'd just look at me and grunt and walk away. It's how big a jackass can you be? And, yeah, but that was my Leon's Men's Store experience. That guy was a jerk. So, yeah.
You don't look like you have that satisfied by Al Bundy look on your face.
That was such a good show, man. I remember.
So I had so there was a guy who also worked there, and he was telling a story about how a pretty girl walked into the store, and he was thinking to himself, not "Is there anything I can do for you?" but "Is there anything I can do to you?" And 3 weeks later, this pretty girl walked into the store, really pretty girl, and I had that same thought in my head, but it slipped out of my mouth. I'm like, "Hey, is there anything I can do to you?" And she gave me this crazy look like I was a total perv. I was instantly mortified because I had asked her if there's anything I could do to her. And then I it took me a second to realize that I had just done that, and I corrected myself, and her mom didn't want me to help them anymore, and someone else took care of it. 30 minutes later, my boss had witnessed the whole thing, and he came out. He's like, "Hey, Matt, is there anything I can do to you?"
Well, Americans have a saying, "What can I do you for?" And if you say that to an Australian or a British person, we're thinking you can do whatever you like because it's sex related. What could I do you for? And so whenever I hear that, I always have a bit of a smirk. I think it's funny.
Yeah, I can totally see where that would come from. What can I do you for? It just struck me as bad grammar, but I totally get the do you aspect of it. So, Married with Children, Wings, I think I robbed your topic. You just